Thank you. Tadi saya masuk tadi masuk dalam. Saya fikir tidak banyak orang. Rupa-rupa banyak orang ini malam. Itu SUPP memang sudah kuat. So masuk, your president came up without the jacket. Panas. Because so many supporters coming to this celebration. Congratulations to SUPP on your 58th anniversary. Yang berhormat Saudara Presiden SVP, Professor Sim, and also the Chairman of SUPP Kuching Branch, Dato' Lily Yong, as our host tonight. Yang berhormat Dato' Amar Douglas Ogah, Deputy Chief Minister, who is also Deputy President of PBB. Yang berbahagia Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri George Chan, Past President or Honorary President of SUPP. Yang berhormat Saudara Snowden, representing PRS, and also Datuk Poligai, representing Progressive Democratic Party, para pemimpin SUPP yang lama dan juga yang baru, seterusnya members of SUPP. Saya mengucap terima kasih kepada pihak penganjur yang menjemput saya pada petang ini, seperti the organizing chairman, Councillor Jong, yang masih muda, yang akan terus berusaha untuk memperjuangkan SUPP, dan rakan-rakannya. I must say thank you very much for inviting me to this important anniversary occasion tonight. In fact, I came to know about SUPP when I was about 11 years old. Wah, lama sudah tahu SPP. Because there was this man coming to my house in the kampong using an old model Mercedes Benz that time, flying KMC flag. At that time, only 2% can fly flag on the car. One is the governor, the other one is the president of KMC. Coming to my house and talk to my father. They were just like abang adik. Dia cakap pasal Malaysia, Malaysia, Malaysia. Saya kecil, mana saya tahu apa itu Malaysia. They were talking, and then they were just like brothers, my father and this man. Eventually, I came to know he is Ong Ki Hui, President of SUPP. And then they were together as members of Malaysia Consultative Committee, formed to discuss about the formation of Malaysia. And therefore, from that day, I came to know SUPP. Sekarang, I didn't know that I'm going to address SUPP. So, ladies and gentlemen, kita punya history very long. If our fathers have been working like brothers, therefore I, as president of PBB now, must work together with SVP as brothers for the sake of our future. And when SUPP was formed 58 years ago, you must remember it was after World War, Second World War, 10 years after Second World War, 45, then 59, 14 years. And this area, this region, had a lot of problems. There's the wave of socialism after the war. And Singapore also achieved self-government in 1959. And Singapore also got problem with socialism. But Lee Kuan Yew managed to win in that particular election. And there were a lot of problems. So the formative era at that time, and Sarawak also has that awakened the spirit of political awareness, thus led to the formation of SUPP, 1959, followed by Parti Negara, eventually Parti Berjasa and Parti Pesaka. Then later on, SNAP. There was this political awareness. And this political awareness became a platform for us to move ahead. What we should do. Because at that time, the British wanted to withdraw from this region. The era of East of Suez. The British wanted to withdraw after the war. And the British withdrew from Singapore because Singapore was the base for the British Army. And that was the situation we were in. And the idea of Malaysia came in. That's where Ong Ki Hui, my father, James Wong, and the rest, they were asked to deliberate on this particular issue. In that process of negotiation, which led to Cobble Commission, and eventually the Malaysian Agreement, which is actually a treaty, we set out our condition. By forming Malaysia, there are certain areas we must protect. That is the question of autonomy, certain areas for Sarawak and Sabah. That was history. But the fact is that we have been working together. SUPP has been PBB partner and will tidak debosa. We will be together with other component parties for us to put our effort in developing Sarawak. I think ini dia punya sejarah lah. That's why I told Prime Minister, we must comply with the Malaysian Agreement. Sebab it just coincident I became your Chief Minister and he is the Prime Minister. I said, your father signed on behalf of Malaya, my father signed on behalf of Sarawak. We must comply what our fathers have signed. Kalau tidak, apa ni anak buat ini? Anak tidak taat sama bapa susah. Meaning, there must be certain platform for us to move forward based on that Malaysian Agreement. Then Tok Nan started it. Your party, the other component parties, have confidence in me to take over from Tok Nan, and therefore I will continue what Tok Nan had done. That is to protect the interests of Sarawak within the context of Malaysian Agreement. And in regard of comradeship, this is the theme that we have in Sarawak. As long as I am your Chief Minister and President of Barisan Nasional, I want to make sure that our team works well. And that is the basis upon which we can work together and move forward. kita punya history dulu, era dulu lain dia punya era. When Tun Rahman became Chief Minister with the support of Ong Ki Hui and Stephen Yong, we have laid that foundation for us to have a very strong government. And later on, we worked very well. When Tun Taib came in, PBB got internal problem. I was inside already in the party, being a young YB at that time. From the youth, we told Tun Taib, let us solve this problem once and for all through election. And we had our election 87, and Supp was with us in that particular election, and we won that election. That one, PBB cannot forget. The strong relationship between SUPP and PBB. That's why Tok Nan and myself, we wanted SUPP to be strong. When SUPP got problem, PBB must support SUPP. And that is the way we work. When our component party got problem, we try to solve it. Normally behind the curtain. We negotiate. Tidak payah masuk newspaper lah, I agree with Datuk Lily lah. Kita negotiate. We try to find a solution, a common area, and there must be certain sacrifices among us. I've been in politics lama sudah. 34 tahun. Naik turun memang is part of it. That's where the patience and your commitment must be there. Saya tidak merajuk. I just work. I just want to serve. That makes party very strong, PBB very strong. And we contribute to the strength of PBB. And we must compromise for the sake of the party as well as the people. I'm sure most of you are like that. Most SUPP leaders are that type of leaders who are willing to work and serve the party. Siapa mau jadi chief minister, never mind lah. As long as he work. That was my position. I told Tun Taib, you choose any one of us to be chief minister, I will support. He chose Adnan, I supported Adnan, even though I was the deputy president of the party. That is what we call sacrifice for the sake of the party. And God is great. God loved Tok Nan so much. And Tok Nan passed away. So, they asked me, okay lah, jadi chief minister. Then I got a good team. Now I got midfield punya player. You know, Dato' Ugah, right wing, Tan Sri James Masing, left wing in the team. And then you got a midfield punya player, Professor Sim, in the team, you see. Dato' Sim, one thing about Dato' Sim, dia sangat laju. Jalan pun laju. We ask him, kenapa you always laju? Dia cakap, he is always on call. That's why he said 7 to 1. Always on call 7 to 1. Tapi saya mau ikut dia susah. If I were to ikut dia, nanti my wife marah. But anyway, this is the commitment from the leaders for us to work ahead. In this era, particularly PBB, is the young who took over. Myself and Douglas Uga were youth leaders. And we were sort of groomed by Tun Taib, by the leaders of PBB, and today we took over. I told Tun Taib, sir, today Sarawak is ruled by your youth leaders now. The youth taking over and rule Sarawak through me and Datuk Ahmad Douglas Ogah. Because we were groomed in the party as youth leaders. I'm sure SUBP will be the same. We groom the young, and one day the young will take over. Because it's not easy to lead a party. You must have that experience. It's not easy to balance. Ini timbang-timbang susah. You must now know how to timbang-timbang. Especially with this new era. Saya tadi tengok Dr. Sim cakap, dia punya tangan ini macam. Ini macam. That one, he is very passionate, committed to do it. At the same time, he showed his watch. You know why he showed his watch? Because his watch is digital. Sebab new era. This is new era. I'm also using the same watch. Why? We want to get information at any second. That is the era today. Information came in at any instant. Meaning the leaders must be able to embrace new way of managing the country and new way of how you manage our economy. Today we got common already. I saw him wearing that watch. I tengok Douglas itu pakai that watch. Even your honorary president, don't underestimate, also using that watch. Sekarang mana ada orang pakai Rolex lagi? Era Rolex out already. Ini era digital. Meaning, the way we manage the country must embrace modern technology. Saya ingin nak cakap, the moment I became your chief minister, the first week, I called state secretary. I told Tan Sri Moshidi, please, I want you to prepare Sarawak to leapfrog from the conventional economy to digital economy. And I want the internet infrastructure. We do not want the present speed. We want high speed, at least 4 terabit, 4 terabit in real time. Meaning our connectivity must be in real time. Saya malu, Minister of Tourism dulu. Kita ada Rainforest Festival. All the international fan of musical rainforest datang. Pergi damai. Then asking me as a minister, sir, I would like to connect my family in my home country, but I don't have the internet here. Malu saya. Dia buka dia punya telefon, yang keluar ini keluar. No message, no audio, yang keluar buffering saja. Yet we say we want to promote International Rainforest Festival. Mana tidak malu? That's why we want to upgrade our internet speed to 4 terabit without any buffering anymore. And then that will transform our economy. Because, as you know, it transcends boundaries. Kalau dia transcend boundaries, that means they transcend rural and urban. There's no more urban-rural divide. Because everybody get connected. The farmers will be connected, Our rural agriculture sector will be connected. Our services sector, tourism will be connected. And everybody will be connected. That is the business, commerce for everybody. And we have to do this. I really, when I took up this challenge, it reminds me of Deng Xiaoping. Deng Xiaoping said, he doesn't care whether the cat is black or white, as long as it catches the mice. Ini Deng Xiaoping, saya ikut dia. Is a Chinese leader that has transformed China into what it is today. He started from the southern part, Shenzhen. I happened to be in Shenzhen in 1988, together with Rafida. It was a fishing port, but Shenzhen today has an internet of 48 terabit. All the technology is in Shenzhen. And after that, went to the mid of China, Shanghai, and subsequently to Beijing. Then I asked my Chinese friend in China, why did Deng Xiaoping started with Shenzhen? He said, if he were to start in Beijing, there will be a lot of opposition. But he started south first, then straight to Beijing. And the first thing that he did was the formation of Tianjin. It's not Beijing itself, but Tianjin become a modern high-tech city. That is China. That's what Deng Xiaoping did. I want to become Deng Xiaoping of Sarawak. Che. To become Deng Xiaoping of Sarawak, I need everybody. SUPP, PBB, PDP, and PRS must be together. That will transform the whole of Sarawak and everybody will benefit because technology is colorblind. Anybody who can command knowledge of technology, he will be in the forefront, irrespective of what your background is. Jack Ma was a poor boy. Today, Jack Ma, the richest man in China. It should be family who are very rich should be there. But no, it was a poor boy. Why? Because he commands technology and he is very creative and innovative. That's why China has changed. We need e-commerce. Ladies and gentlemen, SUPP, PBB, and the other competent parties, we must be together in order to produce a lot of Jack Ma from Sarawak. In terms of resources, we got everything. Everything we have. Biodiversity, we are very strong. Water, we are there. Power, we have taken over Bakun from KL. We own Bakun today. No more KL. And then, of course, we have to move forward. We need the money. I asked the Prime Minister, we want to form our own bank. And Prime Minister said, okay. Then I formed Development Bank of Sarawak, called DBOS. Bukan DBOS mau cerai oh. This one is real DBOS. Because we have the fund, we have a seed capital, and we give loan. And then the loan must be given to strategic industry that we can recover. And that will accelerate our development. I'm sharing this to you because I want you to know the direction of our new era. The era of the young. Of course, I am old, but my heart is young. The era of the young, the era of the future through technology. That's why in Kuching, this is your branch anniversary, 58. We also want Kuching to have LRT. Of course, the AP say hot air. I just wait, whether hot air or real air. But it's good lah to have this challenge lah. Saya suka challenge juga. Then we transform the whole economy. We have good public transport system. We can build a new township. The price will be controllable, affordable housing because the land will be cheap. And then we connect to the urban center. That's why we want to do LRT. Don't worry, there is a formula for us to finance our LRT. Kalau Ding Xiaoping boleh, Johari pun boleh. This is how politics is all about. We use our power for the people. We use our power to get new ideas and serve the people. And I'm sure SUPP has a lot of talent to produce that sort of talented people to transform our country. And I'm sure that our future is bright. Tourism. Of course lah sekarang pun saya punya menteri dari PBB, dia cakap 1 tahun jagong. Dia kata jagong. Tapi kita punya jagung muda oh. Jagung muda is very sweet, I tell you. Very sweet. And we got new ideas. That's why we say, please defer first. Try to prepare the infrastructure first, how you are going to collect the money. Then I told the Prime Minister, yes, we agree on certain conditions. One, it must be divided equally between Sabah, Sarawak and Peninsula Malaysia to proceed. Number 2, it must be distributed direct to the state government. We do not want the agencies to handle the money. Number 3, we must be able to promote ourselves, Sarawak. That is our condition. And I will never say, tidak apalah, saya agree, tidak. You tengok Johari smile-smile tapi belum tahu, oh. And then we know very well tax is the purview of the federal government and the Ministry of Finance. But we have to negotiate and protect our interests. That's why Karim, my minister, they describe as 1 tahun jagung. Tidak apa. 1 tahun lah. Belum tahu lagi oh. But we must have a very rational negotiation. I negotiated with Petronas. Tok Nan 120%. Of course, the price of oil is very low. I said, okay, if cannot get 20%, never mind. But I want Sarawak to be involved in both upstream and downstream of oil and gas. Now we are going to form our own gas petroleum company, macam Petronas. Kita form our own Petroleum Sarawak Petros. And we want to work together with Petronas to explore oil and gas in our waters. We must be there together. And Petronas more or less has agreed in principle. Ini cara kita lah. Kalau strike ada minyak, kita mesti mau ambil itu minyak. Mana boleh tengok saja. Tidak boleh tengok saja. Kita mesti participate in the upstream. Then we can give job, contract to Sarawak companies. Karena we can create the vendor. The same goes with the downstream. We are going to have our own methanol plant, 100% owned by Sarawakian. This is downstream. The first time now, Itulah saya cakap tadi, don't underestimate this Deng Xiaoping. We go, we negotiate, we don't hantam-hantam saja. We use our talent, how to negotiate. And believe me, we have a very bright future. Believe me. I won't be long as your chief minister, sebab umur sudah tua. Saya 66 6. Chief minister pun 6. Saya punya kereta pun SJ 6. Kalau mau beli 4 digit boleh beli. But the fact is that we must lay the foundation in this new era. We will work together. But above all, we have all this. Unity is important. Unity, political cohesion must be there. And we, Sarawak-based party, can only manage Sarawak. No outside party can manage Sarawak. That's why we in PB say, no, please look after yourself over the side. You don't have to come over here. PBB will look after ourselves. The same with SUPP can look after Sarawak. PRS can look after Sarawak. PDP can look after Sarawak. Only Sarawakian can look after Sarawak, not people from outside. We have to protect our immigration right. We will never give way on our immigration. And as you know, in this new era, what is important is our own creativity and innovativeness for us to move forward. Once you know the culture, the foundation is strong, you can build the building. Once the building is strong, then the resident will be happy. And that is SUPP, PBB, PDP, and PRS. Akhirnya saya mengucap tahniah kepada Kuching branch for your 58th anniversary. And I'm sure that there will be another 58 with the young people coming in to continue what the old have done. And the SUPP flag always fly high with all these innovative members. Don't worry, I'm sure there will be a time that Sarawakian will realize that they have to work together. And with that meeting point, I'm sure that we can move forward to develop our country. After all, you have done it in the past 58 years. And during that formative stage, there were a lot of challenges. But today, we have surmounted all those challenges. But we got a new challenge, that is the new era, the digital era throughout the world. Even digital era pun kita ada problem. As you know, ransomware. Ransomware sudah ada. We are very lucky. I told Datuk Tinggi Joe Chan, we are learning curve. We have to strengthen our cyber security. We must have our own system so that we are not prone to cyber attack. And this is the challenge. So politics must be good so that we can use our effort to prepare Sarawak for the new era. And I'm sure within the next 10 years, we will lay this particular foundation with our logistic, with our resources, and of course, with our talent. Let SUPP bring up this challenge as much as we bring up our talent. And this talent will definitely bring about a better future for Sarawakian and also for the new generation. Education is important. This reshuffle, I have formed a new ministry. Ministry of Education, Science and Technological Research. Why? We cannot have a flip-flop education policy. We have given time to our students in Chonghua to study further. Tok Nan recognized UEC, and I also recognize UEC. Tok Nan has given assistance to Chinese education. I also continue. In fact, this year, we tambah 1 million, make it 6 million. And we want to find a formula how the Chinese education school will always get certain revenue. Now we are exploring that formula. Number 2, we want to have a social environment that is conducive to promote our culture. And the houses that are affordable and that are conducive for their living. I support Dr. Sim to redevelop Ban Hock, the 7-story flat. You don't worry, because the people there, I think, can still stay there with the environment. Sekarang kita ada new ways lah. Bukan macam Dolok. Dolok dia buat 3 story, 7 story. And dia kasih fire station dekat sana. Itu colonial time lah. But now we sudah merdeka, we have new ways how to redevelop our urban center. I'm sure the Chinese want it to be done that way, just like the Malays. The Malays, we are redeveloping the kampung across river. We do not know only the Malays redevelop, the Chinese tidak. Tidak boleh, dua-dua mesti redevelop. That's why I think this will give a new environment in Kuching Center and become modern Kuching. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I want to quote Lee Kuan Yew. Lee Kuan Yew cakap, dia kata, you only have once in your lifetime to help people. Dia punya book is Once in a Lifetime. That is what Lee Kuan Yew did to Singapore, put a muddy, swampy island to what Singapore is today. And that we can learn. I'm sure we can transform Sarawak from a certain area, muddy, swampy, into a modern Sarawak with all the talent Sarawakian have, and to add value to the resources that we have and become a front state in Malaysia by the year 2030. That is our ambition. With that, once again, congratulations to Kuching Branch SUPP. Let us work together. We march together forward to transform Sarawak into a modern city-state or state in Federation of Malaysia by the year 2030. With that, once again, thank you very much, and I wish Kuching Branch all the best.